When evil parents realize they've been caught.
I just went away from home because I don't see the family.
This should be the last video. Only got 2 legs left.
I teamed up. Okay, how old are you? I'm 17.
When a 911 operator for Riverside County receives a strange call from what sounds like a very confused child, she has no idea of the horrors about to be revealed to her. In the very early morning hours of January 14th, 2018,
it's a little different vibe right here.
Camera in Paris, California, captures what looks like a young child fleeing from what seems to be a typical suburban house. The child runs shakily down the driveway before picking up speed once hitting the sidewalk and disappearing from view. This is 17-year-old Jordan Turpin, and though she's been planning for this moment for almost
Bro, I never
years,
finished that Jeffrey Dahmer
no
Netflix show.
what she's about to do will change the course of her family's lives forever. Interestingly, another person, this one looking to be
I only seen like 2 episodes.
emerges from the house and moves quickly down the street off camera, though in the complete opposite direction, only to return a few minutes later and re-enter the house. At the same time, Jordan makes it to a corner down the block where she stops beneath a stop sign and, with hands shaking violently, dials 911.
I just ran away from home.
Okay, do you know where you are?
I'm actually in California, Paris.
Do you know what street you're on?
No.
Do you see any signs or anything, like any street signs?
No, I don't.
The operator speaks with her for a minute before realizing this is a matter for the sheriff's department and asks Jordan to hold on 1 second while she transfers her. Jordan agrees and stands, panting in the darkness, full of adrenaline and fear that at any moment her parents will appear out of the shadows.
It's basically with the transfer. She's not sure where she's at. She says that she's in Paris and she ran away from home. Okay. Hello? Hello?
Oh, yes, I'm still here.
What's your name?
Jordan Turpin.
The operator asks her to spell her last name, and Jordan tries, although she misspells it both times the operator asks.
Turpin. Do you need my address?
Yeah, what's your address?
Okay, you guys give me a minute. It's going to take a while.
Here, Jordan pauses, taking a couple of deep breaths before doing her best to provide an answer.
I live in, okay, this is my address, 9257 Case. Did you get that?
Case? Is it C-A-S-E?
Okay, sorry. I'm going to start over. My address is 92557
What?
Did you get it?
Okay, so now you just gave me a whole bunch of numbers. You didn't give me any kind of street name there.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, so you're just around the corner from your house. Is that right?
Yeah, I think. I'm not sure. I've never been out. I don't go out much, so I don't know anything about the streets or anything.
It's later revealed that Jordan has never been to school or received any kind of formal education whatsoever, so the fact she's able to offer anything at all is actually rather impressive. The operator asks Jordan a couple more questions about her location before getting to the heart of the matter.
Dang, so
Why did you leave
she
your
don't really
house?
know how to read.
Why did you leave your house?
My 2 little sisters right now are chained up
Where are they chained up at?
on their bed.
And there are 15 kids?
There's 13 kids, and then mother and father.
Are you in a corner right now?
I might be.
Are you at, is there a street sign? Is there a pole with 2 names at the top?
I just see a stop sign.
Okay, can you go over and stand right at that stop sign?
Yes.
Shortly thereafter, Deputy Anthony Kalachi, at the end of a long graveyard shift, pulls up to the curb, getting out to greet the small, disheveled figure standing alone in the darkness.
Hi, Jordan.
I'm done.
Hi, what's going on?
I just ran away from home.
Okay.
5 videos later.
I live in a family of 15.
Okay.
I'm done.
There's a mother,
It's just
father,
eggshells,
and then
bro.
there's
I mean crab
one-
shells.
there's
Ain't nothing
also-
nasty, bro. Just crab shells.
How old are the kids?
Okay, some of them are like.
And
okay,
corn on
my
the cob.
older sister's 29, the youngest is 2.
And they all live in the house?
Yes.
Even your 29-year-old sister?
Yes. Oh, yeah, they're kind of scared to ask to move out because
I gotta wash my hands.
of their mother. Some of them have asked for a job before, and she acts like that's crazy and it never happened. Yeah, my 2 little sisters right now,
How old are they?
11 and 14. they're chained up because they stole Mother's food.
Uh-huh.
But, okay, now, do you want to know why they stole Mother's food?
Why?
All we ever eat, for like probably like 2
Hold on, let me wash my hands. Oh my god, what? Finger hurt, bro.
Come on, but we all listen to things, but sometimes we do eat. I'm sorry if I talk too much. Okay. I've never talked to anybody out there, so I've never been alone with a person, so this is very hard for me to talk.
Despite Jordan's marked level of trepidation, she continues to divulge as much information as possible. Though she clearly struggles to put it all into words, she picks up where she left off with the dispatcher during her 911 call in regards to Turpin family life and how little the children were fed.
I don't know much about my mother. She doesn't like us. She doesn't spend time with us ever.
Who takes care of you?
I take care of myself, and mother does buy food for us, so she feeds us.
Okay. All we ever eat is blueberry sandwiches. Sometimes they tell mother that
Ouch.
but she has gifted it. And then when they throw up, she says, "You're supposed to tell me if you're hungry, I'll give you something." And then they try to tell her, she just like, "Okay, go on." So,
You've never been outside before?
okay, I've been outside.
Do you go to school?
No, I haven't finished first grade.
Dang.
Jordan, having been sheltered from the
Why?
outside world, is painfully apparent when she concedes that she isn't familiar with the most basic of health-related terminology.
Does anybody at the house take any kind of medication?
I don't know what medication is.
Any medicines?
When we have a cold, sometimes we take Robitussin. I don't know, we don't take medicine much when we're sick.
Right, so,
How do your parents know you left your house?
no, they don't.
Do you take any medication?
What's medication?
Medication?
Yeah, what's medication?
Do you take pills? Do you take pills?
Oh,
For-
I've never taken a pill before.
Okay.
Right, I haven't. But,
What about your other siblings? Do they ever go outside?
okay. Mother treats them right. They're like, they go out every day when she goes out, but she takes turns sometimes. Two right now. But when I was one, was crying, and mother from her head pencil, and she just turned one. And we was like noticing stuff, like, we was like, did you get amnesia? Because she started acting weird after that. And so,
So you don't go to school?
right, I don't
Do your parents, do they let you go outside?
I've never, we don't even go in the backyard. But
Why?
I called, and we got managed to get out here. This is one of the scariest things I've ever done. I'm terrified. But I called because my two little sisters, they're chained up right now. And they,
Do you have pictures of that?
yes, I can show you. I actually didn't have it, and then one of my sisters told me I need to get pictures. So see, there you can look at them. See, those are the places that they can on them. And that's, and see how dirty she is? We're so filthy. We don't take baths. We don't,
Is there a cell phone number
no, that's
to this?
no.
Can I look at, do you have any other
Okay,
photos?
You might be able to see it. Yes, those are just photos of me. I have pictures and videos, but they're on my camera, and I have to.
Have you lived in other states?
Yeah, Texas.
Did they act like this when you lived in Texas?
They acted different. They actually banned all of their kids in a house, and they left us there for like 4 years, and then later they came back and picked us up. But they're living with us right now.
As the Texan neighbors of the family would later report, the family who'd moved to Texas in the late 90s kept entirely to themselves until a decade later, when they
This is in
apparently fled in the
2018?
middle of the night without a word of explanation. When neighbors went over to the mobile home to check on the dogs that had been abandoned there, they were shocked and horrified by what they saw. The dogs had apparently been found surviving off the used diapers left amid the other trash and feces left in the home. And the doors and refrigerator all bore padlocks and frayed ropes
Oh my
tied to the
gosh.
bare bunk beds. It would later come out that this was where the Turpins had abandoned all but 2 of their children for at least 3 years, while they themselves lived in an apartment nearby, only coming by once a week to drop off a small amount of food.
Sometimes we live in still, and sometimes I wake up and I can't breathe because how dirty the house is. We never take that. I don't know if we need to go to the doctor, but sometimes we think stuff might be wrong with us, and we tell Mother, and she just says, go on.
When was the last time you had a bath?
I don't know, almost a year ago.
What about your parents'
Dang.
house right now? What would they tell me?
I'm terrified. If you went to my parents' house, they couldn't see me.
How did your sisters get like this?
Okay.
Your parents chained them up?
Yes. Because they stole food.
Okay.
But they stole it because they were hungry.
You make sure to save these, okay?
Okay, I will.
Don't get rid of those.
I will. I won't.
Okay. Can you do me a favor? Take a seat in the back of my car? We're gonna go around the corner, okay?
What about the kids chained up?
And take a seat back here, okay?
By this point, the deputies heard enough. He radios for backup and escorts Jordan to the police car to be driven to the family home. He reassures her she doesn't have to see her parents. On the way over to the house, Deputy Kalachi asks Jordan a few more questions.
Do you have any injuries?
They finna get them.
Are you hurt?
Shouldn't they signal for backup before he leaves?
Not right now.
Okay.
He said they finna go around the corner, then he
Are your
started.
parents sleeping?
See, he already pulling off.
I think they're what they going to.
Have you ever tried to escape before?
Yes, I have.
How much would it cost to take me to Nevada? Nevada? No, not Las
He's
Vegas,
going
just
to the
Nevada.
house. Oh.
Just the border, just at the very beginning of Nevada.
Oh, she ran away from the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much would it cost?
I thought she was like outside of the house. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I get it.
No.
Yeah, I remember now. She
No, me
walked
too.
down the street.
Okay, a couple hundred? I'm not going. I'll take a bus. Yeah, thanks. Bye.
And what happens when you try to?
My parents never tried. My parents never caught me. But my older sister ran away, and she caught her. And she was, I think, just turned 20.
Yeah.
And her sister caught her and brought her back home, and she got in so much trouble.
Has anybody ever been to your house before to check on your welfare? Like have, have any of your other siblings called the cops?
No. Yeah. Some of them have wanted to, but they're too terrified.
Did you call the police?
No, I didn't have to get the phone yet. This is first chance I got the phone ever. Or Dad got his phone probably like less than a month ago. But the next chance I got to call and run away was
How did you get a phone?
okay, it's my brother's phone. He was gonna throw it away and it wasn't used. And so I needed a way to call 911 and I asked my sister would that be okay? And we don't know much. And so and my
Why don't you know much?
older sister.
Why don't you know much?
Because she hadn't been to school.
Our parents never tell us things. When we do stuff with dogs, it took forever for us to figure out what our parents does to the law. It took forever.
And even the 29-year-old doesn't know this?
Okay, the 29-year-old does. She knew it for a long time.
The sister, 29-year-old Jennifer Turpin, had in fact tried to escape once when the Turpin family lived in Texas, but without any form of education or identification, she was eventually forced to return home, where she was promptly punished.
Is there a phone number to that phone?
I don't
Yes.
And throughout your whole life, you've never gone to school?
Right. I started first grade 2015 or 2016.
Uh-huh.
But,
How did you start first grade? Oh, in homeschool?
yes.
And you've never gone to school?
Right.
What else do your parents do to you guys?
Oh, my brother speaks up to me.
Why did you decide to leave today?
It was the next chance I got that I could sell.
How did you get a chance to get out?
Well, I was actually terrified. My mother was in the kitchen talking to the old one, because she was laughing and stuff. And I was terrified that she just got real mad. She just like was doing something on the sister. And I was just like, and she started saying that she was gonna do stuff to us. And so I was just so scared and I just stopped. I just went out the window.
So when you left right now, you left out the window?
Yes.
And your mom was awake when she was in the other room?
Yeah.
Does your dad have a gun? Are there any weapons in the house?
But they don't use it.
How long have your mom and dad been married?
I don't know, probably 40 years. I don't know.
This is crazy.
My mom married when she was 16.
Jordan is
How can
referred
two
to
people
her
get
mother,
get in
49-year-old
on
Louise
this?
Turbin. According to
One of
both
y'all gotta be
Louise's
good.
sisters, Louise essentially ran away from home with the then 23-year-old David when she was only 16. David was from a highly respected and influential family in their hometown, and it was for this reason that Louise's parents gave their blessing for the two to get officially married.
Oh, bro.
So all kids have the same mom and dad?
Yes.
According to David's parents, the reason he and Louise had so many children was down to them both being deeply religious in the Pentecostal faith.
Don't bring being religious into it, bro. Them niggas weird.
Does your mom take you to the doctor?
Not all the time. There was one time we all went to the doctor, and that's because we were sick. The doctor told us that if we were one day later,
What benefit do you get from this, bro?
she obviously
Torturing kids,
Have
bro?
the
Like,
police ever got involved with this?
wow.
Or why
It
don't you
is,
guys
but
just
it's
leave your
not.
house?
because we're terrified. We don't really have a way. Everyone's always looking. There's always something.
Well, you said your mom's always gone, right?
Right.
Control for what,
Why don't
though?
you just leave?
Either she thinks
You get no cool points
and
or
all the time
control
it goes,
out of
it makes a beeping noise.
out of
This beeping noise was actually just the low
Abandoning
battery
kids.
sound from the smoke detectors in the Turbin's home. It seems
There's no
Jordan was under
benefit to
the
that.
impression that this was a signal from some sort of security system. At this point, the other officers pull up to the scene, and Deputy Kalachi steps out of the car to direct them. It's now 7 a.m., and the sun has started to rise on this cool January morning when they approach the front door and knock loudly
True.
for a couple minutes.
Hi. Hi. Sorry to bug you up.
How you guys doing?
Good.
We got a call for a check the welfare here at your house. So check the welfare. So just basically check on everybody, make sure everybody's okay.
Yeah, fine.
You guys have kids in the house?
Yes.
Okay, do you mind if we come in and just take a look, make sure everybody's safe and everything's okay?
Okay. What kind of call did you get?
Well, we got a call that there was a young female walking around saying that she came from a house over here. We were able to find out that this was a house. We just wanted to check, make sure everybody was okay.
Because she came from here?
That's what she said.
From inside this house?
I think so. Otherwise, we wouldn't be knocking on your
Did
door on a
she say
Sunday.
her name?
I don't know. Did she say her name?
I don't know offhand, but we need to check.
We just need to check and make sure everybody's okay.
You'll notice the officers are careful not to mention Jordan by name, to not implicate her to her parents' faces.
Once we get in, make sure everything's okay, we'll get you
We
your...
have a lot where we're packing.
Okay,
We're getting
that's
ready to
fine.
move.
No
So
worries.
it's a mess in here. So.
oh, bro. She
We
trying to.
don't mind messes. We've been in
But I
worse.
mean,
How you doing, sir? I'm doing okay. Okay,
we were just in bed. I mean, like.
So most people are right now, so we...
Thought you was packing. What you mean you was in bed?
The house or anything like that?
I do have a gun that's locked, it's locked up.
Okay, locked up is good. We like that.
Okay.
Okay, well, we're gonna come in and check, okay? We just wanna make sure everybody's okay.
Do you have the special order or anything? Or
No.
As the officers
Don't need
prepare to
one?
carry
I don't
out
think you
a
should have
warrantless
said that.
search of the premises, they have determined there are exigent circumstances surrounding the current situation.
Exigent.
Courts will determine there are exigent
Hey Siri. Define Exigent.
Exigent is a formal term. It means pressing, demanding.
Circumstances surrounding the current situation. Courts will typically look at the time when officers make the warrantless search or seizure to evaluate whether, at that point in time, a reasonable officer at the scene would have believed it was urgent to act and impractical to secure a warrant. Courts may also consider whether the facts suggested that the suspect was armed and planning to escape, whether a reasonable police officer would believe their safety or others' safety was threatened, and whether there was a serious crime involved. Police, in hot pursuit of a fleeing criminal, may also make use of the exigent circumstances exception. As officers push their way past the corpulent door jamb that is David and ease their way into the large open home, they're shocked and horrified by what greets them. Every inch of the 2,388 square foot house's floor is covered in mounds of rotting food and moldering trash, while the powerful stench of human waste.
Oh my gosh.
Strangely, there also seems to be several dozen unopened boxes.
How can anybody live like this?
And brand new children's clothing, complete with tags, seen peeking out of the monstrous piles of garbage.
Alright, well, like I said, sorry to bug you guys, but we just got this call. All we do is we just check and make sure everybody's okay. And
You got a call?
yeah, we got a call from, I'm not sure if it was the young girl that left or if it was a neighbor that saw her walking around the street. So we'll get to the bottom of it. As soon as we make sure everybody's okay, then we'll figure out if maybe she was one of your kids that wandered away. How many kids do you have?
13.
13 total?
Yeah.
Woo!
Why?
Busy.
Bro.
Officers head to the back of the house to
Oh,
the children's
no, bro.
bedrooms. Two tiny back rooms. The first crammed with narrow bunk beds, but otherwise empty. And the second, which is crammed with both bunk beds and a filthy mattress, which is sitting on the floor with two little girls sitting listlessly on top.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey Siri. Define listlessly.
Okay, I found this on the web for define listlessly. Check it out.
Hi, girls. Can I see your wrist? Yeah. Okay.
That's why you goes wrap
They
up.
found the room featured in Jordan's phone
you
pictures, but there's only one thing missing: the actual chains. The children, obviously frightened and wary of the strangers, give no answers, though eventually one does point them surreptitiously to a spot.
Hey Siri. Define
Uh-huh.
surreptitiously.
Surreptitiously means in a way that attempts to avoid notice or attention, secretively.
Closet door. Meanwhile, Officer Ogden is still by the door with David and Luis, distracting them with questions and small talk.
Where are you guys planning on moving to?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma? That's a long way away.
Yeah,
You guys know family over there or anything like that?
my job's moving.
Oh, okay. What do you do for work?
No, I'm
Finally, as his eyes have adjusted to the gloom, Officer Ogden notices something to his left and suddenly realizes David Turpin may have had a reason to be awkwardly standing in that particular spot in the entryway.
Is this another bedroom back here? You got another couple kiddos asleep there? Sarge, you got another room in the front right here with two kiddos in the bed.
Officers enter the previously unnoticed third bedroom, where they find a boy who is chained by his wrists and ankles to the top bunk bed. Back in the girls' room, Officer Rodriguez slides open the closet door and looks inside.
Alright, let's just go ahead and detain the parents at this point.
Ma'am, why don't you step over here for a minute? Okay, with you. And sir, step over here for a second. Just step over with my partner here for a second. You got any weapons on you? No. Turn around real quick, I'm gonna check you out. Do me a favor, face that window over here. Yep. Alright, sir, go ahead, I'm gonna have you turn over here, we're gonna walk outside, alright?
Can I get my house shoes?
Where's your shoes at?
There. You have to in the
Well, we'll have to find them for right now. Let's just walk out and we'll get you something, alright?
bedroom or the
Alright, well, we got the other stuff we're dealing with and we'll try to find you them, okay? You don't have any weapons right here?
Nothing hidden in the bra or anything. Okay, just making sure, because we have some people that do that, so we just want to make sure.
Like I said, I've never been in trouble.
Okay.
This is a first for me. You know,
understand.
I'll explain everything as soon as we make sure everybody's safe. Okay. Now let me ask you
Yes.
quickly: are there keys to the little locks?
Yes.
Okay. Where are they?
My son and daughter can get them.
Okay.
That's
So
in the house.
the ones that are in the house, they know where they are.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Is that what this is about?
Well, that's part of it. Yeah, definitely. We need to make sure that the kids are safe and that they're not
Okay.
tied up.
I know,
So,
that's understandable, but I can
hey,
explain that.
this is mine. So go ahead and put her in that one.
While the parents are being detained, officers still inside the house begin a desperate search to find the key to free the chained child.
Does it work on his?
I know the other
What?
one, that's what I was saying. The other one is in there.
Right.
It looks different than that, but it's the same size. It's in the drawer that I was in.
They holding together way better than I would have. That's why I'm not a police officer.
The young boy is freed. All 13 of the Turpin children were...
Hey, he found the key. Where was it?
It's in the drawer that I was in.
Does it work on his?
I know the other one, that's what I was saying. The other one is in there. It looks different than that, but it's the same size.
Wait, hold on, I missed.
Okay. All right.
Is that what this is about?
Well, that's part of it. Yeah, definitely. We need to make sure that the kids are safe and that they're not
Okay.
tied up.
I know,
So,
that's understandable, but I can
hey,
explain that.
this is mine. So go ahead and put her in that one.
While the parents are being detained, officers still inside the house begin a desperate search to find the key to free the chained child.
Does it work on his?
I know the other one, that's what I was saying. The other one is in there. It looks different than that, but it's the same size. It's in the drawer that I was in.
And finally, the young boy is freed. All 13 of the Turpin children were immediately taken to the hospital to receive treatment for their severe malnutrition.
I wonder where they are now.
Their ages were officially determined, and though all had the overall appearance of children under 18, more than half of them, in fact, were actually adults between the ages of 18 and 29. The 28-year-old weighed only 82 pounds at the time of rescue, and all of the children suffered cognitive impairment and nerve damage from the consistent lack of food. Investigators would learn that food was something the children were psychologically tormented with, as the parents would buy large food items, such as whole pies, then leave them out for the children to look at, but not eat. As it turns out, the unopened toys investigators saw around the house on the day of the rescue were bought for the very same reason. Investigators would also discover that none of the children were educated, and indeed, none would claim to have knowledge beyond that of an average third grader. David Turpin had filed documents with the county claiming he was running a school out of his home for children, but this was later proved to be completely false. The most they did was inform the children as to what grade they were supposed to be in, on the off chance a stranger asked them during one of their few ventures outside, with the oldest daughter Jennifer explaining, "They love to point out things in Deuteronomy saying that we have the right to do this to you. I was afraid to do one little thing wrong." When interrogated by authorities, both parents were completely unwilling or unable to come up with a single viable reason for why they treated their children this way. And Louise even seemed confused by the questioning. She later wrote this letter to her children from her jail cell. It reads, "Father and I love you so much."
Her own kids? Like, these aren't adopted kids. These came from her?
We're so sorry for everything we've done wrong.
I'm late, but like, this whole time I just assumed they was adopted or something.
Things will be so different in the future. The way you eat and outside time and baths will be done more regularly. I'm sorry this had to happen, but our future as a family will be so much better and stronger. We hope to see you guys soon. Love and kisses, Mom and Dad. I promise there will be no chains in the house again. That would never happen again. I'm so sorry. I love you so much and hope to see you soon. David had something different to say in a statement to the court.
David know
I
better.
thank God for all of my children. Each one of them is a blessing from God.
No, this
My
nigga don't know no
homeschooling,
better. What the
discipline,
fuck
and
wrong with him, bro?
intentions. I never intended for any harm.
Yeah,
to
get
come
him-
to my
get him outta
children.
here.
I'm sorry if I've done anything to cause them harm. I'm glad that we were able to resolve this case without my children being forced to testify. I love my children, and I believe my children love me. I hope and pray that my children can stay close to each other and look out for each other, since their mother and father cannot be there for them and with them. I hope the very best for my children and their future. When it came time for the children to give statements to the courts, one defended her parents. Joy Turpin,
Wow,
21
bro.
at the time, had this to say: "I want the court to know that our parents loved each other and loved each of their children. They felt that God blessed them with all their children, so they kept away from the world and trusted God would guide them through life. Through the years, things became more and more overwhelming, but they kept trusting in God. I remember our mother sitting in her recliner and crying, saying she don't know what to do. She didn't want to use rope or chains, but she was afraid her children were taking in too much sugar and caffeine. Our parents didn't know we were malnourished. Our parents decided to start homeschooling all their children. I believe our parents were afraid to put us in public school for many reasons. I feel like 25 years is too long of a sentence.
Damn.
I believe with all my heart that our parents tried their best to raise all 13 of us, and they wanted to give us a good life. The oldest child, Jennifer, gave a statement that seems much more in line with the other children who gave interviews to the press. I'm in college now and living independently. I love hanging out with my friends, and life is great. I believe everything happens for a reason. Life may have been bad, but it made me strong. I fought to become the person I am. I saw my dad change my mom. They almost changed me, but I realized what was happening. I immediately did what I could to not become like that. I'm a fighter, I'm strong, and I'm shooting through life like a rocket. In April 2019, David and Louise Turpin were both sentenced to 25 years to life in prison, where they remain to this day. As for the Turpin children, once their parents were arrested, they were split into two groups, with the adults being placed in supportive care and the underage children being placed into foster homes. This should have been
that sentence pretty much just started, bro. That was in 2018. It's 2024. They only been in there 6 years.
But unfortunately, in 2022, the 6 younger Turpin children filed a lawsuit against both Riverside County and ChildNet, a private foster care agency, alleging that they were knowingly placed in inhumane foster homes. At the time of this video, a resolution to this lawsuit has not been made. The adult Turpin children didn't entirely escape hardship at the hands of the county either. Tons of support flowed in from all over the country after their 2018 rescue, with money from the donations alone totaling $600,000.
Went from one bad situation to another one.
However, the money was placed in a trust, and the children were allegedly unable to obtain funds from the court-appointed guardian of the trust upon request. It wasn't until ABC's 2020 investigated and aired a special on the case that, according to Jordan, people started listening and doing their jobs, and the money was distributed to the Turpin children.
Wow, bro. That was almost too much, bro. Damn, bro. Prayers out to them kids. They parents, bro. Like, it's just some weird ass niggas out here, bro. It's just. Wow. I'm lost for words, bro. I don't know what to say. But I stand to be watching videos for now. I'm about to play this until dawn, and I'm going to sleep after that, bro.